Let's allow the party to begin, everyone. Yes, we're here at the Mikey Winfield podcast. It's called Stepfans and Chill. Thank you for coming, man. Life is good today because we know how things change. I don't know how y'all feeling. We don't know what everybody's feeling. Stay off the drugs, man, unless it's for your mental health. Take all those drugs so you don't ruin other people's lives around you. How about that? What a selfish thought to open up with. But everything's going great, man. The tour, life. We're going to talk about a bunch of things today, including love, including I don't know what else, because I don't know how I flow. All I know is thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everyone and your support. Thank you for the letters that you mail. I get a lot of, this is odd, I get a lot of emails and DMs and people need information. And I'm just glad that you guys trust me enough to hold such, valuable information about yourselves that you feel like I can help you of some sort. And I'm not going to change that. If you want to, I don't know who you think I am, but if that's what you want to do, I am here for you. And I may never reply, but that doesn't mean you need to stop sending stuff. Because I know how it is, man, to just send it out there. Sometimes you just got to get things off your chest. I'm like that. I'd rather not tell other people. Sometimes I just say stuff out loud alone because I feel like the universe is listening. Trust it. Trust that there's a higher energy picking all this stuff up. It's being felt and it's going to manifest somehow. So be careful with your words. Positive and negative. Wow. Thank you guys for being here. You know, we are at a special time right now, you guys. You know what time of the year it is? Yes, it's division time. It's voting time. It's time when we start hating the people we thought we'd love because we on opposite ends of whoever's voting for. And you know you ain't a real ass voter because you don't know anybody else running. All you know is the main two people. That's how I know all y'all fake. Everybody is fake. You don't even know any other candidates. How many of y'all really know your mayor? You lying asses. You don't even know who the governor is, but now you getting in fights online about Trump and Kamala, and it's Kamala assholes. It's not Kamala. That's the wrestler from the 80s, bitches. I need you guys to really stay out of these conversations if you just unwilling to do the proper research, because only researching two people is a waste of everyone's time. Let the smart people do smart stuff and let the rest of us just be dumbasses. That's how I feel about it. If people are talented, let them do the talented stuff and you just stay out of it. Go do whatever it is you do best. If you hand out parking tickets and you dope at it, let that be your life. But stay out the conversation. However, when it comes to entertainers and even athletes, if the opinion is strong, and let's just say it's a healthy opinion, you don't gotta tell them. Even though I'm contradicting myself right now, you don't have to tell them, yo, just stay out of it, go hoop. But then again, I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting twist. It really is. Because these people have a lot of influential energy. I wouldn't even share my opinion if I really had that many people that I knew I could ruin their lives. How about that? Hey, but let's jump into this. Yo, the voting thing is wild right now, man. We got what's his name? We got the orange dude. They just bring in all types of people at these rallies. What is up with entertainers taking over the rallies? And am I seeing this, man? This is what I want to know. Because I know which world I live in. I listen to a lot of hip hop, man, a lot of pop culture. So obviously I'm going to know these people they're bringing. Is it a whole list of other names that I would never recognize because I'm not in those worlds. Like, man, he went and got Amber Rose. She's speaking at the rally? Really? Whose votes are you trying to get? That was Amber Rose? Why didn't you just get Casey Anthony? Like, do we even... I'm just trying to understand this. Look, I don't care who you voting for. I don't even want to have voting conversations. I'm only talking about this because it's relevant right now. I don't care who you vote for. Do what you do. I'm tired of getting in debates that is with drunk ass people over vegan nachos. I'm just trying to enjoy my food and live my life, but I just don't understand what's going on. Is this all to just get votes? Is that why Kamala, that's why she got Megan Thee Stallion at the, what is it? At the rally? And she twerking? What? Help me understand this. How is that changing our world? Isn't that what the president's supposed to do? I don't know what the president's supposed to do anymore because none of it is real. You know, everyone's so secretive about their votes. Like, who you voting for? Oh, I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. You know why people don't share their votes? It's because we are, as a people, embarrassed for the candidates. It's embarrassing. The whole thing is embarrassing. Nobody, if you was passionate about it, you go out there and like, hey, like we was at one point. I don't know what generation you in, but we were like, hey, I'm voting for Barack. People was like, I'm voting for Barack because he's blackish. But it was confidence, man. People don't even want you to know. That's how embarrassing it is. It's just like, this is our world. Other countries is laughing. They like, yo, those is y'all people? Those is y'all candidates? That's like when you was in middle school, right? Remember in middle school, y'all had to pick teams and it was just two bums? What if them two bums got picked first? I feel like that's what we doing right now. We just put them at the top, made them the team captains. What's wrong, man? Hey, you just got to live your life according to, I don't know, however you want to live it. Because this whole, this person's going to affect the money stuff. A lot of people don't even know. You don't even know what's about to happen. Nobody is in stocks like that. I don't know what's going on either. I'm tired of talking politics. Let's move on to the real stuff. I'd like to thank everyone for writing these letters, and we're transitioning right now, you guys, to love and dating, and people got problems. I'm qualified to talk about relationships because I've struggled quite a bit. I know almost the answer to every problem. I can sense it a mile away, and that makes me good at what I do. This is a fun story. I like to keep the names anonymous unless our writer tells us let's not be anonymous. And most of the time, they're like, bro, I don't want nobody to know this. But this is interesting. All right. So this is a 35-year-old guy. He said he's been married for 10 years, and he's feeling frustrated that he keeps finding other women attractive. He says, how do I stop it? Look, man, I love you. I do. But how do you think this is supposed to work? You thought once you got married to a woman, you're just gay? Is that what you thought was going to happen? You thought once you got married, you wouldn't be attracted to other women? I haven't even read your story yet. But how do you think this works? The most beautiful, greatest, incredible woman doesn't make you stop making or looking at another woman and saying, oh, she's unattractive. It's all in how you handle it. But let's get to the story. All right. He said, I'm a married guy here feeling just frustrated. I keep finding other women attractive. He says, I'm a faithful, nice guy who's been with my significant other for 10 years. We have a great life together, a dream type of relationship, to be honest. The type the others envy. She is definitely the one for me and probably always will be. Probably. Way to go. None of this is guaranteed. I like the word probably. It's like, it might work. I don't know what she's going to do tomorrow. But as of late, that's an interesting way to do it. As of late. What's going on? I can't seem to help myself. I keep finding other women sexually attractive more often. Well, let me tell you right now, what that is you're aging. You're getting older. The older you get, the more attractive every woman becomes. Because you start finding it beyond physical. You start finding other things attractive in women. Like she can make soup, that's sexy. You start finding other things. Whereas when you like 19, 20, she got boobs. You like, number one, that's where it's at. But then as you go, you get a little older, you start to understand life more. You're like, wow, she's nurturing. I like the way she takes care of her kids. You know, I like the way she loves things. Then she becomes attractive. So that's just going to happen inevitably. And this is nothing that you should fault yourself for. It's how you act on it. Now, I can tell you, from reading this so far, you're going to cheat, okay? You're an asshole. You're going to cheat on her. But that's why I'm here. I'm here to make sure you don't get caught. In the past, I could sort of just ignore this very basic impulse. But now it's more intrusive. Like it's a bit beyond me this time around. And I can't suppress it like I was able to before. That's the problem. You don't suppress it. You need to have this conversation with your loved one. You don't think she finds that guy at work attractive? Of course she does. What a woman will do, she'll see everything in other guys that you don't have and find that attractive. She's like, oh man, Fred at work, he's a leader. Not like my asshole husband. So just know it's happening to her too. I don't think you should bottle it in. I think you should share these things. Let me see if this is one you should share though. Because some things you share, because I've made this mistake, is no coming back from. Like a long time ago, I had brought up, I was fantasizing. And then she was like, who? And I was like, oh, this is going bad. And I didn't want to say who it was. Because, man, every woman, right? Every guy knows this. There's one woman that your girl hates the most. Like, there's one she hates, and that's the one you could never smash. Like, she might let some other things go. But this particular one, there's one that if you did this, it would just be, it's a wreck. It's no coming back from it. It's no forgiveness. It's like, how could you? Like, no one wants to be betrayed. But this particular one, she knows. And the reason she knows, because she knows that other woman will go through with it. Even if you ain't even a catch. It's just like, it's women stuff that we never really gonna understand. All right. And it's not that my partner is not attractive to me anymore, but I seem to have this subconscious drive towards otherness lately. And the potential excitement of it all. I swear, it feels like some dormant, primal instinct just decided to suddenly wake up and start tormenting me. You're having the internal battle that happens with a lot of guys in relationships. You know, what I don't recommend is you turn to any like, don't turn to that one homie that's like, hey, bro, you just gotta do it, bro. You just gotta do it, bro. Nah, you gotta go to your lady somehow and we gotta figure out the conversation you gotta have. All right. Because you can't just say, hey, I'm attracted to other girls. Just lie about that for the rest of your life. All right? Just lie about that. Because women know. Women know when an attractive woman is in the room and she's going to say, you think she's attractive? That's when you say, she cool. That's it. And you always go back to her. But babe, she not you. You know, she's not you. And that's why all men should wear dark lenses. Indoor, outdoor, wherever you at, because you get to look at everything you want to look at. Never forget that. Anyways, you always have to hold your woman at the top. There's nothing wrong with finding other people attractive. I am reiterating that. It's how you act on it. And your behavior so far in this letter lets me know you're going to violate. And the worst thing you can do, the very worst thing, is be caught. You don't want to do that because it is no coming back. And you've been with her for 10 years. You're going to have to leave the relationship if that happens. Anyways, obviously, I have no intention of acting on any of it. Do you? You keep saying primal instinct. And obviously, those are contradicting phrases. All right? You need help. You need help. You need to hang around with grandfathers. You need to hang around with men over 60 that's going to tell you it's not worth it. It isn't. It is not worth it. The wisdom, listen, you're 35. You need to find wisdom. Wisdom will say you do not want to cross a line that will ruin what you have right now because there's no coming back. A woman, she will turn the kids against you. She will turn families against you if you cross this line. You do not want to do that. Play smart, play wise. What else do you have to say? My conscious self is actually very annoyed with this. And in general, I feel very frustrated about it. I'd like for this feeling, this primal drive to just go away, but it is because it's distracting. And it's also making me feel very guilty. You're in a debacle, man. This is tough because this is what I needed. I struggled a lot with relationships, but I needed someone to tell me you're not alone. All right? You're not the only one struggling with lustful situations. That means you got to I don't know what you're listening to, but you need to change it. You need to change what you're ingesting. There was a time I listened to too much Lil Wayne. And guess what I thought? I thought I was a rapper too. So I wanted to live a rapper life. And then reality was like, oh yeah, that's not you. Return to yourself and be who you are. And those things matter. What you're watching on television, the music, all this stuff is meant to influence your mind. Porn, all of it. Stop it. Place yourself against. Since you're struggling, if you're really doing it, put yourself around. Hang around with some kids. Yours. You know, hang around. You gotta be around things that distract your mind from it. Because if you're just dwelling in lust, it's not a healthy place to be. He said, but it's there as if it has its own will. So, here's your question. I'm curious. How do I find balance here and make it go away? It's not going away. It's never going away. Unless, what's the word? What's that word? What's the word for, I can't find the word. So, it's not going away unless you cut your dick off. All right, let's see what else we got. We got another writer in here. He says, I saw a text from my girlfriend's male coworker saying she has the best in town, and I'm not sure what to think. I am. Oh, no. You know what? Most men are not fortunate enough to catch a text message on a woman's phone. You know, fortunately, men are searching phones now too. It used to only be women. Now men are finally doing it because this wasn't an accident. You think, what are the odds? What are the percentage odds that you just happen to be near her phone when the greatest of all time catch a person in the act text message came up. You've been looking for stuff and you find it, because that's what happens. When you're looking, you will find something. And this is what's happening right now. You're asking, what do you think that means? Let's read it. Let's read it. Let's read the message. Earlier today, when my girlfriend was getting ready in the morning, I saw a text pop up on her phone. I usually wouldn't look, but she left it on the bed facing up. That's what women say, you lying ass. You can be transparent with me. You don't have to lie about this. Guys that look at women's phones, look at women's phones. It's insecurity that we all have. And maybe it's a good insecurity, because people who don't, they don't care. And they probably just don't even care if the relationship ended. People are like that. But let's see what you have to say. You said, in her texts come through pretty prominently. Oh, so she's getting blown up, is what you're trying to say. Anyways, so the text came from a male coworker that she's told me about in passing. Let's call him Doug. So I had no clue what the context of the situation was, but all I saw was the one text stating, "You sure do have the best in town," with a smiley emoji. And you're concerned about what you think this means? She has the best in town? All right. What's the opposite of the devil's advocate? All right, let's do a God advocate. I guess. I don't think a man would tell a woman that she has the best vagina in town. Because what's that? That's going to imply that he's smashing everyone. And I don't think a guy wants to just admittedly say that. He may want women to think it, because that's what women want. They want the guy that everyone wants. They don't want the guy that has nothing that nobody's into. Who wants to smash that? But I don't think a guy would say you have the best in town. Speaking of, but now you need to ask your girl, no, ask yourself a question. Does she bake muffins? I don't know. Does she make macaroni and cheese? What is something that she's really great at that you know she's great at that a coworker might know about? That way you don't assume the worst. And if I'm being honest, if somebody texts my girl, you got the best in town, you need to flip out. You need to go crazy, because that's what she wants from you. Your girl doesn't want you to be cool with it. Like, hey, hon, I was wondering what this means. No, you need to flip the bed. You need to go, what the fuck? You doing this shit in my face? You need to go crazy, because that's going to make her love you more. You need to go punch out her window. You need to overreact, because if you underreact, she knows what's going to happen when something really happens. Oh, he's just going to be casual and cool about it. No. All right? I can't believe, with the best in town? The best in town? You doing this in my face? So we not in love. I'm out here being faithful. You got dudes texting you in the morning. The best in town? See, this is why my mom never liked you. You got, and you might find out later it's not that, but then she's going to remember, wow, he cares. He cares. All right. So now I'm just confused, because I feel like that's some code for something. Asshole, of course this is a code for something. She also was hella dodgy when I casually dropped that Doug texted her. She avoided my gaze for the rest of the morning. Guilty. And by you writing this, you know she's guilty. She avoided my gaze for the rest of the morning while we were getting ready and seemed distracted when I dropped her off. Thoughts on what that might mean or how to approach her? Well, I already told you. Approach her violently. You have all the proof you need. And this is one of my favorite things that can happen in relationships. I'll explain why. This will give you the leverage in your relationship. The leverage that you can use for the rest of your time together. A lot of men never get this leverage because they're the ones that mess up first. But now you got this text and you got this. And for years to come, you can do anything. And you can always go back and say, you wasn't feeling that way when Doug was texting you. You can say that for the rest of your time together. And that is your superpower. And the moment you lose it, you're regular. You are regular again. And no man can be regular in his own relationship. He has to have leverage. He has to have something over her, or it's just unhealthy on his behalf. He's never going to be happy. And the man has to be happy for the relationship to be strong. All right.
We're at about 27 minutes. I think we're good on the stories now. Just go ahead. You want to do the dolphin bit, and we can close out after that. Good stuff all the way through.
Excuse me. Hey, you guys. Welcome to a fun segment, you guys. Just really, absolutely true to my heart. This one is probably one of the things I think about the most. This segment is called Animals Be Trippin'. All right? So I'm an avid animal lover, all right? I feel like, man, animals just cool. You know, they just walking around the world naked, living their lives, you know, doing what they do, you know, and you have to understand, some of the sweetest looking animals out there are stone cold killers. Don't turn your back on them. Yeah, they cute and stuff. They got whiskers. Sometimes they swim and they dive in and out the water. Sometimes they just walking in the street being, you know, squirrels and trees and stuff, man. But let's take, for instance, dolphins, man. They cute, right? They make the little noise. They do all that. You know, and you're like, oh, man, they cool, man. But these dolphins is like, they like some of the craziest animals out. I mean, these fools need to be arrested. You know, a group of dolphins will capture another dolphin? They'll capture another dolphin and then take turns gang dolphin. Can you imagine that? Being abducted? And if you're not like a whole dolphin and this is new to you, like this is not like some type of porn dolphin. This is real. This is like, they will just take you and take turns. Like, these dolphins are wild. You know that dolphins, they are mammals. You know that they catch STDs too? There's dolphins walking around. There are dolphins swimming around with the herp. This dolphins out here is giving off sexually transmitted diseases because they smashing so much. Dolphins, man, look at this. I got a survey. Look at this. According to the 2009 study in the Journal of Wildlife Diseases, bottlenose dolphins can get the warts. They got warts. They're just horny. Like, we see them dive out the water. What do you think they're doing when they dive out the water? You think they're doing tricks for you? No, they're jumping up to get a better view to spot more hoes. That's what dolphins are doing, man. They out here. You know that male dolphins this is how horny a male dolphin is. A male dolphin will murder its own child so he could be with the mother dolphin. How dark is that? My kids get on my nerves too. But I'm not going to harm them because I think my lady will be there tomorrow. That's what dolphins do. They're out to kill. I got more dolphin facts. Hold on. In 2018, you guys, and just for the record, I only spit facts. You can look this up and fact check this yourself. I make nothing up at all. All right. In Western Australia, Andrew Hill goes out surfing. These dolphins hate this man so much. They are reverse surfing. They are coming at him in the other direction, just trying to ruin his surfing trick. This wasn't no like, we want to play along. They were like, this is our water. Hop out the water and live your life. Fortunately, he's still around. He spotted it in time so he could live this story. But back to the dolphins in there. You know that sharks don't even fool with dolphins like that? Sharks see dolphins and they're like, hey, I'm good, because dolphins is too horny. These are facts, you guys. Look it up for yourself. I mean, with all this information, I feel like the Miami Dolphins should consider changing their name. Something to consider, you guys. Hey, I would like you all to thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching Stepfans and Chill. If you're not a Step fan, make sure you figure out how to get on the Step fan list. That means finding the social media. That means going to the websites, the MikeWinfield.com, the MyStepman.com, the BigAssTeeth.com. Go there. Find all the socials. If you need help, send your letters. Talk to me. I'm always here for you. Thank you all for tuning in. And I go back to finding more stuff. Hey, thank you.